Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Sambhashika Speaking with the Generations. And as you all know, that we are working over the series of phobia and its treatments. And in the last module, we had seen for the medication treatment of the phobia. That was the first part. And here in the second part, we'll come to know about the exposure therapy. What is that and how does it work? And what is its effectiveness? You'll come to know in this module. So stay connected and watch till the end. It's very important, right? Now see, what is exposure therapy? Actually, it's a kind of behavior therapy only. Okay, in this process what happens, we are gradually exposing you means the subject or the one who is prone to the phobia, to the fear-provoking situations from least scary to most scary, right? Least scary to most scary. Fear provoking situations means ऐसी परिस्थितियाँ, ऐसे हालात जो कि आपके अंदर के उस छुपे हुए डर को जगाते हैं और उकसाते हैं. और from the least scary to most scary means कुछ कम लेवल से बहुत ज़्यादा हॉरिबल लेवल तक. Right. Once you are equipped to calm yourself when under stress, you and your therapist can build a hierarchy of experiences related to your phobias. You know, it's a behavior therapy and it is a technique for the treatment of fear as well as the anxiety concerned with your fear. Okay, actually this therapy works over one we can say a kind of a statement or kind of principle or kind of fundamental. We can say it's a kind of basic tool for this, that is face your fears. This is the best maxim we can say which is applicable and suitable for this therapy, and in this way it involves encouraging the clients to repeatedly face an object or any situation whichever causes them to feel the anxiety. You know how much it is effective, this therapy, exposure therapy. It's very effective especially for the treatment of the anxiety disorders, those concerned due to the, we can say, kind of repercussion due to the phobias. So around 60 to 90% of people have either no symptoms or very mild symptoms of their original disorder upon the completion of their course of exposure therapy. So we can say, so this level of people are getting treated after, means we can say that this therapy is very effective. Now let us see how this therapy actually works. How does it works? What you need to do? You need to do means if you're a psychologist or a therapist who is working over your patients, so you can do this thing. Otherwise, you can do this thing for yourself also. In generally, it's possible to perform exposure therapy yourself also. If you truly believe that you can handle exposure therapy, then it is one of the best and most powerful ways to reduce anxiety, and that you can handle yourself also. What you need to do, that you make a list, right? Make a list of the situations, places, or the objects, whichever you are fear, okay, whichever you are feared from, right? Build a fear ladder. Make a ladder, kind of series you make. Once you have made a list, arrange the things from the least scary to the most scary, right? Then nextly, exposing the fear, that is whatever the situation is there, facing this, it's starting with the situation that causes the least anxiety, and repeatedly you get engaged in it. Okay, practice, and then you reward your brave behavior whenever you feel that yes, you have somehow you are successful to face it and you have proceeded to the next level. Then you reward also yourself for this brave and courageous behavior, right? The first few sessions will always be distressing. It is normal for every kind of therapy, right? But this distress of this exposure therapy, it usually lasts for only 3 or 4 weeks. Okay, plus what happens, patients usually work their way up to scarier situations by first tackling such challenges that are somewhat less scary, and gradually they used to prone themselves to the very scary and very horrible situations also. So this is the very simple and easiest way through which using the exposure therapy you can compete over your phobia. And I can give you an example also. Like suppose some people are there who are very scared of the snakes, right? We can say it's a phobia. So in this case what happens now ki agar if they see that snake in any television, or if someone is actually even discussing about the snake, they will get too much uneasy and feel restless, and they start shivering and sweating and many more palpitations kinds of symptoms concerned with the phobias. So in that case, this kind of patients, how this exposure therapy works, for this you need to make that patient, or yourself, if you're working on yourself, you need to expose yourself for that phobia. How? Like suppose you need to work actually very gradually, otherwise you feel as if you just tell other persons, just bring an anaconda and just keep it around my neck and then I'll compete, and it's not going to work. It will give you some more negative and very risky side effects also. So in that condition, what you need to do is you need to work very in a gradual and very sequential phase. And if you don't have that idea, just meet a psychologist and work under his or her guidance. Okay? So and if you yourself are a psychologist, then how you need to heal your patient, then you just design a criteria, make a schedule, and begin with the least scary condition. Like you can tell them to just see the image or any pics of those snakes in any books and all. Okay? From the just from very farther position place and all, you can show it to them. Earlier they will feel very much fear, but later on gradually they will feel as if they are getting comfortable. And then ask them to draw the pic of that snake. Okay? Earlier they will feel shivering as if, oh my god, if I make the snake, then they will feel as if it will come out of the paper and pen and it will bite them. Okay? And then nextly just show them over the television. Okay? And then just you can make them to visit any museum also where these snakes are present in any of the box. Okay, stored in the formalin in a very preservative condition. And then gradually you can make them to meet some people who are catching those snakes and who are bearing those snakes for any sort of play or whatever. Okay? And then you will see after 3 weeks, 5 weeks, and 1 month, 2 months, 3 months and all, a time will come that the snake will be in front of them and they will not at all feel fear. And in some certain cases, so it happens even that the people become so brave that they can even touch, hold, and even can wear that snake. Okay? So, but it takes time. It needs a very, very close invigilation and a very proper guidance, and with full patience you need to move gradually ahead, very, very softly and very, very carefully. This you need to keep in mind, and in this way this exposure therapy works. I hope you would be able to compete your phobias, if any of such phobias are there, right? And even you will be capable to help others also to face these kind of fears using the exposure therapy, right? So I hope this module was helpful for you, and we'll see about the medications we have already seen. Second part was for exposure therapy. Next module we'll see for the systematic desensitization. Okay, this is also somewhat similar to it, but a little bit difference is there. So for that, stay connected, subscribe the channel, share with the needy ones, whosoever need. Okay, I hope you think that many people need it, right? So just share it and help others also. Stay connected and stay safe. God bless you all. See you in the next module. Goodbye.